CAF Champions League game, and Rivers United is traveling to Mozambique to play a game on this weekend too. So both of them will not play in the Npfl, but other games will happen in the NPL on Saturday and Sunday. We're going to discuss all that. I'll probably discuss again the CAF Champions League, the two teams that is remaining. Represent Nigeria remaining in African competition. We're going to discuss that on the show today. So tomorrow we can now focus with the Premier League and the La Liga. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Volt Sports on Volt 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, club football is back. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
Good morning, Godwin. Club football is back. We can't wait. And disappointing, we should have been seeing the Enugu Rangers take on their opponent this weekend, but again, we can't see this weekend because of the CAF Champions League qualifier. So it's going to be an interesting weekend of football. We hope some teams don't go ahead to disappoint us. And again, the man I called a field manager in football is taking another country to the World Cup. He's taking Qatar to the World Cup. If they win, so people will call for my head on this show. But again,
Yes.
we know Qatar is not winning the World Cup next year, so let's just celebrate while we can.
Good morning, John.
Yes, good morning. It's a sensational weekend of super football. You know, club football is the best, basically. If you're angry with that, then you know what to do. But welcome to another exciting show. I can't wait to get into today's games and the weekend's games.
Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. A whole lot that happened throughout this week. Nigerian Super Eagles qualifying for the playoffs. No, we almost
all in our fasting and prayer.
we almost didn't qualify for anything at all, but miracle happened, and we somehow made it to the playoff stages. Hopefully, when we play Gabon in November, we are going to probably win and qualify for the World Cup. But away from international football, now we are back with club football. Everybody is preparing for this weekend's game and what will happen this weekend. So we are going to talk about some of the games that will happen this weekend. Okay, before that, let's start with the Npfl, because Npfl is going to happen, all the games are happening on Sunday, 4 p.m. So I'm going to give you the games that will happen, the Npfl, the Nigerian Professional League. Then we'll discuss about some of them. Benden and Rivers United have been postponed. I told you that Rivers United is traveling to Mozambique to play an opponent there in the CAF Championship. We'll get to that later. The game between Remo Stars and Rangers International has been postponed too. Remo Stars is going to South Africa to play Mamelodi Sundowns. So that one is going to be a big game. We're going to talk about that today on the show. Okay, other games that will happen in the Npfl on Sunday. Niger Tornadoes will play Plateau United. Baru will play Kano Pillars. After what Kano Pillars did in last game Fixtures, we're going to see what will happen. Even though they are not playing at home, you remember we told you yesterday they are not going to play in Kano again after the crowd riots that crowd did whatever they did in that game, pitch invasion. So they are not going to be playing in Kano again. Enyimba City will play. Enyimba United will play Warri Wolves. In Kwara United will play Castan United. Bayelsa United will play Kun Califat. El Kanemi Warriors will play Wiki Tourists. Remo Stars, I've told you, have been postponed. Shooting Stars will play Abia Warriors, and Ikorodu City will play Nasarawa United. If you look at these games that I've just mentioned, if you look at these fixtures, I want to be talking about the Npfl a little bit, because Npfl is so you need to promote it. We are going to be promoting it. That games like I'm looking at for like games like Enyimba versus Warri Wolves, because Enyimba is one of the biggest clubs in Nigeria, and they are playing Warri Wolves. What do you think quickly? What do you think will happen in that game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. Enyimba, big side, big name, big reputation. Warri Wolves, you have to give it to them. They are big in their own right, in their own area. It's going to be a good match, because if you ever have a team that can match Enyimba pound for pound, it has to be Warri Wolves, you know. So I think that it's going to be a good game. Maybe Enyimba edging this one a little bit.
Okay, and also, who do you think will win in that game today?
Look at where Warri Wolves are, first of all. It's Enyimba all the way. It's easy for Enyimba. It's an easy run.
Enyimba is not on the table.
It's not so easy.
It's an easy run for Enyimba.
It's not so easy for him.
I will go back. Wiki Tourists just got promoted into the Premier League, and they've not stayed up to 3 years in the league so far. But Warri Wolves is a good side. I'm not going to say they're not a good side. They're a good side. If you see the way they play, definitely the African football, physical, fast, and everything. But again, it's not enough to match the Enyimba side, because those ones are, when they play like champions. Okay,
until they meet a thorn in their side.
Everybody has a thorn in their flesh. Every team has their Achilles heel. Every every Superman has his kryptonite. You get? So there is just one person that will always want to just cause you problem, but again, it's supposed to be a walkover
Yeah,
for them.
Remo Stars and Rangers International should have been one of the biggest game of this weekend, but it's going
Again,
to be
another
postponed.
big game is National United
Okay,
top of the table.
Yeah, National United will go away to Ikorodu City. They are top of the table, and they have been the best team, obviously, in this particular season that is ongoing. Going away to Ikorodu City is not easy, but they should be winning. They at least getting a point from that
We
game.
say home team they always win,
But not be so.
but not be so in recent years. Okay, so you look at Ikorodu City, they've built. Gradually, they've become that team. They've become him, but they are not him. They are not there yet. So gradually, as they are, I just want somebody that can just come in and say, okay, National United, I don't win enough. No, I stop first. Make other people close up the gap so we can have an open run.
Yeah, because that's if
Come on, look at it now.
That's how I won the last five games.
5 points above second, first of all, or 4 points
They have
above
won the
second.
last 5 games they have played.
It's going to show you guys that National United are going to beat Ikorodu City in their own home.
No problem. That's what we want to see in Npfl, where we see away teams travel away from home and win their games. But again, Ikorodu City are a team that you see where they are right now on the table. They just want to get themselves in the Npfl for a very long time. And winning against the big names is just one of those teams. Winning against those people that you think they are on form, just win against them, keep yourself in the middle of the table, you can survive the league. So for me, Ikorodu City this season is just him.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Niger Tornadoes will play Plateau United. Who wins in that game?
Niger Tornadoes.
Yeah, I think Niger Tornadoes.
Yes. Plateau, yes, they come back attendance.
Yes.
Okay, Baru with the only club that is giving us problem in this Npfl for now. Kano Pillars, who wins in that game?
Baru.
I think they are in crisis. I'll say that Kano Pillars are in crisis because of all the things that happened.
Yes, they are in crisis.
They're not.
1, 2, there's a lot of, and one of the reasons why I'm going to go this route is because when you have a lot of things being said about you in the media, when you have all these levies, all these fines,
Nigeria get media.
We have social media. It may not be traditional media like
headlines.
overseas,
Check on the
the likes of
outlets.
CNN and co. A lot has been written about this story. A lot has also been said to those players over this weekend after they've been fined, and all of those things, those cascading information is going to come down on them, and it possibly could get to them. But in this encounter, I think that Barrow United could come out with a win if they are able to keep these guys on the defending side.
Okay, what do you think will happen in that game?
Barrow United is facing another relegation battle. The Oscar.
Yeah,
Come and go. Kano Pillars facing
yeah.
crisis as well. They are there or there about the relegation fight. So I think for me, it's a way to win. Since they are going to Barrow, they can still get a point away from home. But if they don't allow what they just went through last week get in their head, because it's one thing to allow your predicament get in your head and you start misbehaving on the pitch. Go in, play your games. There's something people say, there's something one of my mentors once said. He said, what happens on the pitch is me and my player as a coach. What happens in the boardroom is for the CEO and the rest of the investors. So I don't allow what happens upstairs affects me. If the fans are beginning to
one way or another, it does though. One way or another.
It does, but it's that level of professionalism for you to close out that noise. You're not a board member unless you get your money invested in the board that you are playing. You have to resign and choose one. Either you want to be a board member or you want to be a ball player.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. It's going to be an interesting game after the troubles with Kano Pillars. They are going away to Baru. Okay, Kwara United and Castan United. Who wins in that game?
Kwara United.
You are choosing Kwara this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Who wins?
I'm not getting involved.
Kwara.
I'm not getting involved.
Okay, Bayelsa United is playing Kun Califat in the other game that will happen. Who wins in that game?
I'm seeing a draw.
It's tough, but I think I'll go with Kun Califat.
Kun Califat is still fighting relegation.
They are fighting relegation, so
18th on the
that's what I'm saying. I'm going with Kun Califat on this one.
Okay. Let's see what happens in that game.
You don't ask me why.
I'll ask you why.
You don't ask me.
You don't want to talk about the other one when you say you don't want to.
No, that one. The two teams are just good.
Okay.
But this one, I'm going with Kun Califat because of where they are.
Okay.
Not on the table, though, where they are from.
Where are they from?
No worry now.
Okay. Academy Ross will play Wiki Tourist. Who wins in that game?
El Kanemi
Warriors. Okay. Let's see who wins in that game. Okay. I wish Remo Stars would play Rangers, but it was postponed. So Shooting Stars will play Abia Warriors. Who wins? Shooting Stars was the team that went to Kano Pillars when they had that crisis. So some of their players were hurt, but hopefully, thankfully, nobody.
Abia Warriors is on fire.
Nothing happened to any of them.
Abia Warriors is on fire. Abia Warriors is on form. So I think Abia Warriors for me is the winning.
Yeah, Abia Warriors is second. They have last 4 games. They have just only lost one and won the last 4 in the last 5. So they are actually on form. But Shooting Stars You know, they are playing at home.
It doesn't mean away can come and win. So
It-
Abia Warriors
it's
for me.
possible that
it's it.
they can lose that game even though they are playing home. But the most important thing is that the most important deciding factor in this game is going to be the form of Abia Warriors. You don't just turn off that switch any day, anytime, because you built it in. You've played well. You keep on getting results. It gives your side momentum. And then if you are 3SC, you are playing at home. You already know these guys are on a roll. And that's one thing that you, how do you defend a team that are just that good when they start clicking, when they start moving as a team, when they start playing and pressing and attacking? You know, so I think that they may be fragile against Abia Warriors, but you know, the manager can rally his troops around. It's first and foremost a game of momentum. Second is also a game of morale. Can you match these guys pound for
And
pound,
again,
even though
like
they are
you
in
said,
good form?
the mental state of the team after what they experienced in
Yeah.
Kano Pillars. Again, I said it for Kano Pillars. Though Kano Pillars noise is on the Kano Pillars side, media is on the Kano Pillars side for everything. But again, the mental state for that attack. See the crowd. He had to escape. You know, I hope they survive it. But again, I also feel like that's going to drag them down. But if they can get that noise out of their head, then they can get on to do a better one on this one. But if they cannot do a better one on this one, Abia Warriors still win.
Okay, Ikoro City finally will play Nasarawa United, the big leaders. If you look at that game, last five games, 5 straight up wins. So they are in for. They are one of the fact they are one of the best teams in the Npfl. Not one of them. They are the best,
So
and they are
far.
about 4 or 5 points ahead of the
Second
second
place.
position. So they are giving a gap, going away to Ikoro City. Or we are expecting another win from Nasarawa United.
Yes, so
I'm surprised they also they are doing well. Like
No, they've been building.
I know.
no, the most important thing about this thing is sometimes if you look at the last 2 seasons, the winner was Enugu Rangers. The next runner-up was Remo Stars. They had a fantastic season. It was just a couple of games towards the end of the season that made them fall out of that race. And they built on that momentum coming into the following season. While Rangers dropped off, they replaced. Now it's Nasarawa United doing it to Remo Stars. So I think if you are able to build your momentum and you're able to sustain the squad you have, I will still come back and say that one of the things that affected us was the players we sold after we won that title. And you can spend all the money you want in the world and buy back players, but you can't buy back a team that has bonded and has talent in that team. So I think that that's where champions in this league have been getting it wrong. If you want to build a dynasty, you need to be able to keep players together and keep that squad growing in spirit and momentum to ensure that you are winning things. So in this one, maybe Nasarawa United winning it, even though they are away. I
Okay.
wouldn't see that not happening.
What do you think will happen in that game? They are going away though.
Ikoro City, please. At least be the kryptonite to stop this Superman. Be the thorn in this person's flesh. Just be that person. Just come on. You come every week and you're saying who is winning the league. You're looking at Nasarawa United going unbeaten.
No, so
Come on now.
No, so I know you're saying this because of Rangers, but you have to
Not
do
because
your
of
own
even
before,
if see wait
you have to do your own work before you now wish another person
now you know
downfall.
the problem. I cannot say because of Rangers that is bottom of the table. You get down. I cannot say because of Rangers that is about 8th or 9th on the table. I can say because of who is in the 2nd and 3rd position.
Okay, let's see what
Enyimba is
happens in
there,
that game.
Abia Warriors is there.
Nasarawa
If you want
United.
it, you go for it. But I'm just feeling like it's high time some teams start putting the stop to Nasarawa United.
Nasarawa United has won the last 5 games they have played in Npfl. They are the most informed team in the
And
Npfl.
rightfully
They are
so.
going to away to play away game against Ikorodu City. I don't know. Not so he's hoping that they lose, but I want them to keep winning. Let me see how it's going to end because it's always going to be always close when it comes to the league, the Npfl. But let's see if Nasarawa United run away with this one.
It's just 4 points right now.
Yeah,
A
4
win
points,
could
yeah.
extend it if Abia Warriors lose. So let the best man win.
Okay, but let's see what happens in this game. All this game will happen on Sunday by 4 p.m. Rangers International game has been postponed to further notice. Remo Stars is playing a Continental Football. Rivers United 2 has been postponed because of their international, CAF Champions League engagement this weekend. So we're going to talk about that later on the show. But these are all the games that happened in the Npfl. As I promised, and I'm keeping my promise, we are going to be discussing the Npfl every Friday to promote our own, especially if Rangers International is playing. We'll talk more on Rangers International. Okay, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at both FM Sport, and I have a comment here. Seun, right?
Yeah.
Seun, welcome to the show. He said, I think now we start talking about Nigeria Npfl. We have Nigeria joining us on the show because Seun, this is the first time I'm seeing your comment. Seun Muda, welcome to the show. I can see your comment. Say up 3SC. Shooting Stars, so he's a supporter of 3SC. Who are they even playing again?
They're playing against
Who are 3SC? Okay,
Shooting Stars against Abia Warriors.
Abia Warriors. Okay,
Yeah.
he's supporting Shooting.
Warriors.
So hopefully your team will win, and they are playing at home against Abia Warriors. So he is supporting Shooting Stars to win in today's game. Thank you, Seun, for joining us on today's show. Remember, Seun, to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to the CAF Champions League because two of Nigerian teams play in the CAF Champions League this weekend. First is Remo Stars. Remo Stars will host Mamelodi Sundown in Nigeria. It's going to be an interesting game. South Africans coming to Nigeria to play the first leg of that CAF Champions League. It's going to be an interesting game of football. I'll probably go and search for that game anywhere it is, so to watch that game because I like.
You go find where it is. You
And
don't go watch out for stadium.
Okay.
On Sunday evening now, just travel go there Sunday morning before 4 you don't reach.
By 4 p.m.
We come back here by 10 in the night.
Remo Stars will play
Hope they don't stop you on the road
Mamelodi Sundown in that game in MKO Abiola International Stadium. That's where the game will be played. But Mamelodi Sundown is not a small team. One of the biggest teams in South Africa, and they are Remo
in
Stars.
Africa too, please.
In
Let's
Africa too,
not
yes.
come here and
They are
talk.
welcoming them to
Which in
Nigeria.
Africa?
Yes,
They are welcoming them to
Calm
Nigeria
down,
by
man.
4 p.m. on Sunday. What do you think will happen in that game?
bro, it's going to be a tough game.
Mm.
Let me be honest. Mamelodi Sundowns 3, Remo 1.
You never even analyze it. Don't they give them?
Simple.
But they are winning. I'm supporting Remo Stars. We are supporting.
I like your face.
We are winning this game.
See, we talk about exposure. I think the Kennedy group has done a good job exposing themselves to being the champions and being where they are. They've traveled a lot and they've won their games convincingly. They're not playing anyhow football. When you talk about big names in South African football, we know in South Africa, but in African football, please, you go up north, leave the south alone. We go up north to the
Bro,
Egyptian teams,
Say all
Morocco
you
and
want.
Tunisia
Say
teams,
all you want.
Zamalek
bro.
and the rest of them.
Say all you want. Mamelodi Sundowns is one of the top 3 biggest teams in Africa.
Now you put them
Argue with
there
your keyboard.
for South Africa.
Argue with your keyboard.
Africa is South Africa though. But again, it's going to be a tough one for Remo. It's going to be a tough one it's going to be a tough game for both teams. But I just feel like coming home at home here, Remo Stars has what it takes to win it.
Remo Stars has what it takes to win it. It's going to be an interesting game. Mamelodi Sundowns is top on their league, in their South African league, so they are doing well. But playing away games in Africa is always tough. There is no guarantee they are going to win. Whether you put them top 5, even if they are number 1, Remo Stars can still come up with a shock and win. But we are going to be expecting a lovely game in that game. Remo Stars will play Mamelodi Sundowns. Hopefully, we are going to beat them and go away to South Africa and get a result there too. So it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. So if you are around MKO, or if you can travel, Travel.
We are traveling. We're traveling.
travel and support our own. We need our crowd behind the Remo Stars to play this game. If we win this game, the second leg will be easier when they travel to South Africa, because playing in South Africa, you see, Nigeria Super Eagles going to South Africa. It was a tough game for them in South Africa, but hopefully we are going to win this first leg. Even if you draw, we can go to South Africa and win. But it's easier for us to win here. Then it's easier for you to relax and play in South Africa when you play in South Africa. So it's going to be, let's say, operation for that game.
There's multiple goals in South Africa, so don't go there and relax. Go there and do more.
Okay, let's get operation for that game. Okay, you have said 3-1 already.
Yeah, Mamelodi Sundowns
to
winning.
Okay, Mamelodi Sundowns to win.
Remo Stars.
Remo Stars to win.
1-0.
Okay, I think I switched it. They are moving to, they are going to play in Nigeria first. The second leg will now happen in South Africa on the 26th of October. Okay, Rivers United is moving away to Black Bulls. Black Bulls are a Mozambique team. They are going away to Mozambique to play them in that particular encounter. Rivers United, I don't really know who Black Bulls is. I've not really heard of them. They are not one of the biggest teams in Africa. I think we had about Sundowns because we watch South African League somehow. We just
keep popping it in our faces.
Yeah, so we see them all the time. But
and again, the last AFCON was most of their players are playing in the South African
But
team.
Rivers United is playing Black Bull away from home. What do you think will happen in that game? Rivers to win or probably get something from that game?
Blackpool is a good team. I've seen one of them play. I've seen some of their games before, and not that I watched their 90 minutes, but clips of their games in the CAF Champions League run. They're a good side. They know how to hold on to the ball. They know how to play very good football. I don't see them playing the African style of football. They play like the Morocco side, where they play a lot of passes and create a lot of chances, and they run often. They're not playing physical football. And I think there's one thing about African football that I've learned. If you're physical, you're fast, and you can handle the ball properly, you can get a win anywhere. I think that's one thing that's going to be an edge for Rivers United. But for the side of playing football, actually playing good football, they don't have it against Black Bull. Black Bull is like one of the top teams.
Going now, as I said, now going
away is going to be tough.
Going top. I think get something from that game.
So
they'll come back to Nigeria and just start.
It's going to be easier getting a draw than getting a win for Rivers United.
Okay, John, what do you think?
I think Rivers United can edge it a narrow 1-0 win. Yes, they are playing away from home, yes, but just as we don't know what to expect with Black Bull, they don't know what to expect from Rivers United, you understand me? And secondly, if you can go there and play a good game or control the game, anyhow I want to put it, you can get a chance. Like I would say, sometimes the best coaches are not the guys who set out a game plan that works. Sometimes it's the coaches that can read the game as it's happening and know where to diffuse some of the threats of the opponents and then create a strategy to win his game. So sometimes, if the manager is as good as he touts himself to be, he should be able to win this game.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Your man did deal.
Now your man did
Your
man. So, but again, it's going to be a tough one. But it's going to be an easy run.
Okay, let's see what happens with that. Let's get a prediction for that game. Black Bulls of Mozambique versus Rivers United. What is your scoreline in that
Rivers
game?
1-0.
Rivers to win away from home, 1-0.
Yes, 1-0.
How you support Melody Sundown and you're not supporting
You know who
Stars?
be the Sundowns?
No, you know me. John is just like I don't want to produce the team to lose. I want to
No,
stick
it's
to
not
the
even about that.
winning
It's not
team
even
or
about
not,
that.
we are there to win.
See, it's another thing when you come out and you say that you are playing Real Madrid first 11 and then you are using your Remo Stars to play Real Madrid first 11.
It's a gap now. Why would it be Remo Stars and Real Madrid?
No, and that's what it is right now.
It's not what it is.
It is what it is.
You know the
man.
gap between Real Madrid.
You know what?
It is what it is.
It's
man.
Just like say
Like,
you're
what
using
Anyhow,
if you want to use analogy, say okay, you're using New Haven FC to play Rangers International. Or you're using New Haven FC.
Yeah, even FC and Rangers International, the distance is not that much.
It's
bro.
much.
It's not that much.
The
bro.
distance is heavy.
Okay.
Not Real Madrid.
Okay, let's see.
For his back and
Okay, let's
back
continue.
and
What is your Rivers United game? What is the prediction?
Rivers
To win
a draw.
a draw.
Get a draw there, come back home and beat them with no good.
Okay, John.
Rivers winning.
Winning away. Okay,
Yes.
let's see what happens in that game. It's going to be an interesting game in the CAF Champions League. Two Nigerian teams, Remo Stars and Rivers United, will be playing this weekend. Rivers United will be playing tomorrow by 2 p.m. In Mozambique. Then on Sunday by 4 p.m. Remo Stars will play Melody Sundown in the other game. So let's see. Hopefully they will do well for Nigeria and win their opponent
I
and move over.
just want to see them in the group stage.
Yeah, move out to the group stage of the CAF Champions. It's been a long time we saw Nigeria.
I want to see them in the group stage.
I don't even understand that how they do this CAF.
Yeah.
I don't like the format.
Imagine they do.
I don't like the, normally I like the format of the CAF Champions League.
Teams plenty.
Yeah,
Everybody play qualifiers.
playing qualifying until you reach the group stage somehow. Okay, but let's see what happens in the CAF Champions League this weekend. Okay, let's move away from African football and talk about European football. There are some of the games that happened today. The big one is in Ligue 1. Okay, PSG will play Strasbourg in today's game. Chelsea's second team will be playing PSG, going away to PSG today. What do you think will happen in that game? PSG are one of the best teams in the whole world, obviously. Everybody knows that they are one of the best teams in the whole world. But Strasbourg have been building. They have a couple of Chelsea players.
And they are up on the table.
Yeah.
They are in Champions League sport.
Yeah, so they are doing well. So it's not going to be a walkover from game for PSG, even though they are playing at home. Strasbourg is just 1 point behind them in 15 points. In third position, Marseille has 15, and PSG has 16. So it's going to be a close game. But generally, what do you think will happen in that
It's
game?
not going to be a close game.
So you think a PSG will trash them?
See, you may not like what I'm going to say, but even when people are making war on the media, when they meet face to face, they know who be Oga, they know who be boy. That's what I'm going to say in this one. Strasbourg, you can have a good time winning other teams in the league, but when you meet Paris Saint-Germain, you know that you don't reach authority. So I don't need to say much about this, but it's not going to be a close game. It's going to be an all-out war, and Paris Saint-Germain winning.
Okay, no, so that game is going to be a very, very close game. But
PSG still has a grudge in their heart. And the only way to take it out is take it out on the team that beats them in the World Cup finals. And that's Chelsea. But they can't meet Chelsea now, so you have to look for the next team to take it out on. And it's Blue Co. So if they see any player that looks like a Chelsea player in that side, they'll take it out. And look at Strasbourg this season. Gradually building, they become a strong side. And I think last season they were finishing in the top half of the table after getting promotion. Now they're finishing, they are in the third of the table. Just 1 point behind PSG and just goes behind Marseille. If you look at the way they are on the table, just goes behind Marseille and 1 point behind PSG at that. So they've built and they're a good side. It's going to be a tough one for PSG with their players still out on injury. That's one thing. We saw the PSG side with their academic graduates beating Barcelona. Yeah, you say now young players play against Barca. Yeah, that's against Barca. They know how to keep their high line. They knew how to handle the Barca side. But against the Strasbourg side, who's gotten most of their players on loan from Chelsea and from some other big teams around the world, there's going to be a big fight in this game.
On loan, but you can't you can hardly call any of them proven, basically.
Okay.
Except Grandpa Chilwell.
The players that played against Barcelona,
they have Sa. I think they have Sa, the one guy
they brought Sa.
I think they even bought one of their strikers too that they still left there to just have players.
And that's it on loan because Chelsea has about 2 players they signed from Strasbourg after the transfer window that has not arrived at Chelsea yet.
But generally, if you look at Ligue 1, do you think that it's like for Marseille and Monaco and probably Strasbourg to challenge that league from PSG? Because PSG have been run away with this league for a very, very long time.
I think except for Lille. That took it one time like that.
One time like
that. PSG have been running away with it. Before them, Lyon was running away with it. And before them, other clubs in the league have also been running away with it. But, I think it says more about the other teams than it says about PSG.
PSG has a state is actually sponsoring the whole country.
It's a state-owned club, basically. And there's nothing unjust about that. Other teams have to find their own funding, basically. But before this happened, Lyon was dominating the league as well. Lyon didn't have any phenomenal backing. It's the same Jeremy Olas that was managing them, that ran them through that decade of winning the La Liga. This League On. So PSG is in their point right now. I think it says more about the rivals that you look at the Premier League, look at some other leagues. You do not necessarily have to match the team with buying power. You have to match the team by sporting really good talent. That's how Brighton became one of the top teams in the Premier League. Buy talents, play talents, grow and develop these talents, and then win against the guys that look at Chelsea's budget the last 2-3 years is almost 3 billion. And you are suffering embarrassing defeats against some of the teams that 1% of your annual net pay is what the entire budget of the team for that decade is. So it's doable.
It's doable, but PSG is still strong. For now, I think this is one of, I won't say the weakest, but if you look at their bench, the bench is not. You see,
even on the weakest PSG side,
a lot of young stars on the bench. I think he's gradually introducing those young stars, and because of the team generally is playing well, because they have a good coach, they are still doing well. But let's see what happens. Is Marseille second, and in Ligue 1, Strasbourg is third with 15 points. So it's going to be a close game between PSG and Strasbourg today. Anybody that win will win. Lyon is in fourth too, has 15 points, so it's going to be a very, very close. If you put fifth, it's Monaco.
And they just sacked their manager.
And also, you see, is it going to be a close league title when in Ligue 1, PSG 16 points, Marseille 15, Strasbourg 15, Lyon 15, Monaco 13, just 3 points behind the league leader. So it's going to be an interesting. We are going to be following this league on to see if somebody can
see
dethrone.
The separation by January.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if somebody can dethrone them. Okay, let's talk about the Bundesliga because there is going to be a big game in the Bundesliga this weekend. Hopefully, we'll maybe talk about a few of them because normally tomorrow we don't really talk about the Bundesliga and other leagues. So on Friday we might incorporate all of them with the Npfl. Bayern Munich is going to play Borussia Dortmund in one of the biggest games in the Bundesliga this weekend. when it comes to these two guys, it's always going to be a tough fight. But somehow, most recent years, Bayern Munich will come out on top because they are a big side. But Borussia Dortmund are not a pushover too. But in this game that's going to happen this weekend, Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund, what do you think will happen in that game?
Like I would say, Bayern Munich Dortmund is a game that is steeped in history in the Bundesliga. You go back a couple of decades, it could be Miroslav Klose against what's his name, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the other side. You could go back again, you could see Thomas Muller against some Robert Lewandowski. So
At some point, Haaland played.
yes, at some point Haaland versus the other guy, Lewandowski.
But didn't know we league there, but because that league was strong.
Basically, Munich was strong, and they maintained that their dominance by getting the best talent from other clubs into their side.
And they are about to get another one in January. and another defender, one of the Dortmund's best defender in January. Talking about Stokemark, I was his name, Schekmark.
Schlotterbeck.
Schlotterbeck. The name they had me for that.
Schlotterbeck, yes.
So,
but then there are also Premier League looking clubs looking at him too.
He's going to Bayern Munich, don't worry. He wants to win trophy. But again, look at that. That's the thing we talked about the power at PSG at France Ligue 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's the power we've been seeing for the longest of times at Germany. Every time one star talent develops from another team, Bayern Munich is going there to pick that player up. Except the club is saying no, we can't sell to rival unless it's in this contract written boldly. We can't sell to rival teams. And when is there written boldly that we can't, that's why Florian Wirtz didn't go to Bayern Munich. They can't sell to rival teams. That's why he's traveling all the way to England. That's why the other guy.
Or Bayern Munich cannot pay 100
It's not about this. No,
it's
there in the clause.
Bayern Munich will not pay that money first.
Bayern Munich will bully to reduce the price.
They will not bully. Why will they remove? Somebody is offering 100 million as a club, as Bayer Leverkusen, and you leave it, and some club in Germany will come and bully you to reduce it to what 70 million and lose 40 million pounds.
80 million.
Where you want to lose? Do you know what?
Now they talk now
because
of that thing for contract. Because Bayern Munich don't go for him. I think a season before now. Bayern Munich has gone for him for the season they won the trophy. Bayern Munich went for him that summer. You get, if it was up for sales to rival teams, he would have gone that summer. After all, he knows in his mind that after this one, I won off for next season, not go down again. Bayern Munich will go collect that trophy. He will go Bayern Munich. That's what most teams have done. That's what Dortmund have done for the better season.
The problem with why there is no credible opposition in the Bundesliga is because I wouldn't want to put it this way, but let me just say it. When you have a club and your fiscal calendar year, you cannot cover your basic expenses, then you are not running a club, you are running a charity, because these clubs keeps on selling their best talent because they need to balance the books. So it sets the entire system that the team with the most financial power is Bayern Munich, and they get all the stars. Why? Because financially they are set. Look at the stadium, look at the capacity of that stadium, look at the revenue annually from that stadium, as well as other investments as well. And you see that this guy has a better financial firepower. But other teams, I don't understand it,
Okay, both Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund are unbeaten after 6 games in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich have won 6 out of 6. They have plus 22 goals. But Borussia Dortmund has won 4 and drawn 2, but they have not lost any game. They have 14 points, 4 points behind Bayern Munich. So if they beat Bayern Munich, they will cover the points with 1 point. But if they lose, the gap will be wider. So it's going to be an interesting time in that game against Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund. Hopefully, let's get a question for that game. Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund.
4-0.
Draw.
4-0.
Draw.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Okay, if we move over to the Serie A, we'll talk about some of the Serie A games. But let's go back to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And okay, people are dropping comments. Okay, good morning, guys. Ngozi is here. Ngozi Chukwago, welcome to the show. Ngozi, this is the first time I'm seeing your comment too. Good morning, guys.
Don't forget to subscribe.
This is the first time I'm joining online. Usually I listen via radio. You are doing a great job. Love listening to your analysis and banter. Keep it up. Thank you very much. And guys, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Okay, Michael is here. Michael Ogugwa. Michael, welcome to the show. I can see your comments. So why are you wearing Real Madrid jersey? You don't know your club. You won't hide yourself under Real Madrid's umbrella. Okay, Michael is saying Bayern needs to win. Okay.
I don't hide under Real Madrid's umbrella.
Okay, please.
Make a tell her.
Please.
I have like all the big teams. They are just in my wardrobe. No worry.
Okay, please remember, guys, to remember to subscribe to our channel as we are just join us on our YouTube channel. Ngozi, please remember to subscribe. Lion, I can see your show. Lion, welcome to the show. I said, how can a team like South Africa without no international stars qualify for the World Cup and not Nigeria? Nigeria still have a small chance when we play the playoffs. So let's see what happens. Okay, Somalia, welcome back.
International stars, though.
Yeah, Somalia, welcome back to the show. It's a good morning, guys. Good morning to you. Somalia, welcome to the show. Thank you for all that joined us on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very, very much. Okay, Yomi Handsome is here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Great sports analysis. Please, can they talk about the Italian Serie A? That's what we are going to talk about very now.
Forza
Okay,
Milano.
Okay, supporting AC Milan. Okay, in the Serie A, big games will happen in Serie A this weekend. Pisa will play Verona, Lecce will play Sassuolo, Torino will play Napoli by 5 p.m. tomorrow. The big one, Roma will play Inter Milan for the final game for tomorrow game. On Sunday, Como will play Juventus, Girona will play Parma, Cagliari will play Bologna, Atalanta, where Lukman will play Lazio. He's going to face the Bashiru brothers there in Lazio. Then finally, AC Milan will play Fiorentina in the other game. Okay, Roma versus Inter Milan, big game. What do you think will happen in that game?
Big game, big game. But of course, now Inter all the way.
Inter have not really been.
This one making they play like confused man.
Inter all the way. You never.
You know what Roma has done. You know what Roma has done so far this season.
Yeah, Roma
has been doing well under this man.
Yes,
they've been playing well.
That's why the same point with their second, the same point with Napoli.
Excuse me, I just have one word to tell you guys, right? Manchester United versus Chelsea. QED.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody understands what that means.
Manchester United have been in a poor run of form. What happened? That egg simple. He get opponents where even if you are sleeping, they wake you up.
Okay.
You are saying that Inter will beat Roma.
Until that day.
Simple.
Until then, if
he get dance where old woman no they ever forget. So just leave it like that.
And they forget to dance that dance last season.
No worry.
They forget to dance that dance last season. But again, it's going to be a tough game. I think I've seen a couple of young players in the Inter Milan side on that cable. Good one for him. He's introducing young players.
One of them made the
Italians golden boy list,
yes.
And some of the players made the Italians team for the international break. Good one for Kivu, bringing in young players into the side, but it's still not enough because we want to see those performances. We want to see those young players do well. We want to also see the performance of the star players in the team do more. So again, I'll still go back and say Roma in this one. He's having it for me.
Okay. John, who wins in that game?
Inter
to win.
Pure.
Okay, it's going to be an interesting game. Roma versus Inter Milan. Okay, another big game is Torino versus Napoli. Napoli are top of the table, even though they have the same points with Roma, 15 points. Both has won 5 and lost 1. So, but they should be winning Torino. They have De Bruyne. They have our star striker that is now scoring goals for both club and country.
Rasmus.
So Højlund is there and he's scoring goals for Napoli. And remember, Lukaku is still out with injury.
And Scott is there. They call him
player of the year. Last season. So, who wins in that game? Napoli versus Torino.
I think with KDB there, Napoli.
Okay, KDB is one of their superstars.
And KDB, remember.
And I boy now.
You forget to call Zambo.
Who be Zambo?
Zambo Anguisha. You don't know that guy.
Who knows Zambo?
You don't know him. If you don't know him, go and do history. Go and do history class again. I'm looking out for my brothers, and again, it's going to be an easy one for Napoli. But
I doubt it will be easy.
Easy no be easy like that because easy you have a Torino side that can defend and can attack.
Yes.
Okay. They have a solid team.
Okay, let's see who wins in that. Como is going to play Juventus. By 11:30 on Sunday.
And I have to say, if I was allowed, I would have given a shout out to Fabregas. Stand up and give him a big salute right now.
You are not allowed.
But I'm not allowed to stand up and give him a salute. So I'll sit down and say, I salute you, Fabregas, because you've done a good job with Como.
Yeah.
Where they're supposed to be is not where they are right now. And they are still, and I think they have one of the best young teams. Not just one of the best young teams, one of the best, in short, they have the best young team in Serie A.
Okay. They have the best blend of young and mature players.
If you look at the average age, they have the best in the Serie A this season.
No, not be having the best. It's winning something. But
you cannot win the trophy because of the team they are playing for. But again, stopping these big teams, it's been in the league for a very long time, is just it for me.
Juventus are also unbeaten in this Serie A.
They are unbeaten.
No, you were the one that was singing this unbeaten last season.
They have
14 games unbeaten. After everything, our market.
Okay, Juventus have played 6 games. They have won 3 and drawn 3. They have 12 points, just 3 points behind the leaders, Napoli. So it's going to be a good game for them against Como. If they win, they will draw the same points with Napoli. Okay, our Atlanta brothers will be going to play, and Nigerian brothers are going to play versus Lazio. Lazio have not really done well this season. I don't know why. They have 7 points, they are 13, but Atlanta is doing well. They are still unbeaten. 2 wins, 4 draws. They have 10 points. They are still unbeaten in this Serie A. But Lukman is back with the team. He's now playing with the team against the Bashiru brothers. So, who is going to win this game? Atlanta versus Lazio.
And Godwin, first and foremost, drop down beaten by the wayside. You know, benefit anybody. You will still lose. Simple. You are not.
Crystal Palace did 19.
You are not unbeaten
season.
49. You are not unbeaten 49.
So they are counting it now. And Crystal Palace did 19, starting from last season.
Juventus unbeaten. How market last season? Where them finish?
No, they finished in the Champions League spot.
We'll be counting until you lose. For now, they have not lost. Even if it's 6 draws, it's no problem. It's still unbeaten. But against the 2 Nigerian brothers is played. Bashiru wasn't called up for the Nigerian Super Eagles, and Lukman didn't play the last game because of accumulated yellow cards. But both of them are fresh for this game. But Lazio versus Atalanta, who wins in that game?
Both of them are fresh, but Lukman is not yet match fit or match ready because he spent a couple of time out of the side. And of course, it has to, like we said, you have to build back muscle memory. Same thing for Isaac, same thing for a couple of people that didn't get the transfers they were hoping for and have been out of the side. So it's going to gradually come back in. Secondly, Atlanta didn't do themselves a good thing by letting go of this your man. What's his name? Retegi. So that attack is a problem.
Charles, no worry.
The Catalia, when last did the Catalia score, man? The Catalia and what's his name?
I think
to make my point, the Catalia and Lukman had a fantastic season that last season when they went and won
the Europa League.
Yes, and they were scoring for fun. When Lukman was not available as at the beginning part of this season, when he was not available due to injury sometime last season, where was the Catalia? Bro, it was Retegi. It was Retegi scoring and Retegi getting most of the chances. Catalia didn't get enough of the goals.
He doesn't get the goals because he was creating, he was busy creating. And again, Retegi is out. I'm going to stick with Atlanta.
Atlanta because of Lukman. Okay, but Bashiru's brother is still there. But okay, John, who wins?
That does not have the
There's
defense.
no win in this game. It's going to be a draw.
Okay,
that finally does not have the defense.
Finally, AC Milan will play Fiorentina in the last game in the Serie A on Sunday. Who wins in that game? AC Milan have been doing well. Truthfully, they have been doing well this particular season. They are third on the table, just 2 points.
They stole the midfield from Napoli and beat Napoli well. So again, AC Milan.
And they have a new coach. I like that their coach. What is that the name?
The man that makes everybody run. What's his name again?
Allegri,
former Juventus manager. He makes everybody run. Chukwueze they run, so they run come out for the club because training too much. So it's going to be easy one for them.
Okay,
because look at Modric running the midfield like
it's not going to be an easy game because you have a misnomer at the goal post. So definitely a narrow 1-0 win.
Okay, let's see what happens in the Serie A. It's going to be a tough games happening throughout the top 5 leagues in Europe. Okay, on Fridays we are going to be discussing the Npfl, the other top 5 leagues. Before on Saturdays we will talk about the EPL because it takes a lot of time. It takes the EPL takes time and La Liga takes time. So most times we don't talk about this league. So we're talking about them on Friday, previewing those games on Friday because I know that we have a whole lot of other fans like Yomi Hanson that is obviously an AC Milan fan. Join us on our YouTube channel. So we are going to be discussing some of this stuff and our own Npfl. We are going to be discussing Npfl every Friday if we have a game at the weekend. Okay, that's all for the top 5 list. Let's open the phone line and get your own contribution about all these things we are talking about. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Let's take the first phone call. Yeah, hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
native player coming from Enugu. I don't break another record. I'll be record breaker. Record breaker. I'll be first score.
And I first call though.
I'll be record breaker. That's why I said I'm going to carry the biggest.
Okay, nah. Okay, nah.
Okay. You want break record in Premier League? Okay.
So you said you have big stuff, big
Jesse.
Yeah. No. I know. Ask her to be big club. I mean, when I say
Thank you.
when I say big clubs, I think they don't get 2 Champions League and above. 2 Champions League and above.
Yes.
I don't know about Inter Milan, but I want Napoli to.
Okay, now wait a minute. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's see who is going to win this year. They won it last season, and Conte is actually.
And they actually went to the market to buy
bring in. You remember Lukaku is still out when Lukaku and Højlund the partner someone they cannot scatter everybody. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Okay, what name and location? Paul. Okay, Paul. Welcome to the show. What is your contribution, Paul?
My contribution this one, I will love Napoli to carry that league.
Why everybody can't like Napoli? Because
they signed everybody best player.
That thing is something else. I love the team now.
yeah, exactly, and they play nice football now. Yeah. Okay.
I need them to carry at least 3 times before that club coming.
Okay.
3 straight time before.
Thank you very much. When Conte took over Juventus, they were struggling. He stabilized that ship and won 3 titles in a row. So it's possible. That dominance for Juventus, Conte started it with him. So Conte is actually, when it comes to coaching, he went to Chelsea, when Chelsea was struggling, took them to Conte is a good coach. Nobody can. But the only problem is that when he goes to European competition, he doesn't do well then. Yeah, hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes, also good morning, John. Good morning, everybody. Good morning in the studio.
Good morning to you.
Yes, I agree to you now. My name is Sonia Vitalisi, coaches that start up with, aka Honda in
Okay, what's your contribution?
My contribution is that Arsenal fans, they should keep quiet. They should not make mouths. They should keep quiet because that way will be now. Before we could do it, we are going to talk them. Man City are going to talk them. They don't take time.
Ebelebe.
Okay.
For Syria I want Napoli to carry the league. Yes.
Everybody wants Napoli to carry.
Too much.
Okay, thank you.
I guess our league on Saturday, I guess Nottingham Forest.
Tomorrow, call tomorrow now. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
After them,
If I beat you that day, no worry.
Bye.
I'll go beat you that day, no worry.
Okay, tomorrow we'll talk about the Premier League. Chelsea is playing the first game tomorrow in the Premier League, so it's going to be an interesting. See, I think we have a lot of people that like the Serie A. We've been skipping it, but on Fridays now we talk about the Serie A. On Saturday we'll not probably focus on the La Liga and the Premier League, so that everybody, all fans of every club, will be covered in our show. Okay, let's take phone calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
This is the one that calls me.
Welcome.
Okay, what's your contribution?
Nozo was saying that Como has a blend of young players.
Yeah.
They have Barry, they have Morata.
It doesn't mean you can't bring experience to join.
They have blend of
Experience and young players, yes.
Yes. And they did a very good side. But on the other hand, about Roma in Milan. Roma in Milan, that's the match I'm interested in.
Okay.
Roma might be in Inter. Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
After it's I think and of tomorrow in Premier League, Nottingham Forest. You should watch out.
Okay, tomorrow we'll talk about the Premier League. Huh?
No problem.
All right.
And again, you are saying something about what is it called? Oh God, I forgot.
Oh.
There was something alongside that I wanted to correct.
Okay, when you remember
When you
that,
remember
thank
that.
you very much. So others can call it. All right. Wow. All right. Okay. In the under-20 World Cup, our Moroccan brothers are in the final. They're going to play this. They beat France on penalties after 1-1 draw, 5-4 on penalties. Argentina is in the finals. They are
Still unbeaten.
yeah,
Winning every game.
they win every game. They are playing. They played Colombia yesterday and they won. And they are going to play Morocco in that finals. Okay, let's take phone calls. Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Double J.
Okay, Double J. What? Okay, what is your contribution?
First of all, I want to know about before this last season finished. Before this season, I thought they said that Leon is going to play in second division.
Okay, no.
They
appealed and
overturned the appeal.
They appealed. They won. They appealed and won. Yeah, they are now still playing the league on. Yeah.
Okay. No,
All right. Okay, Napoleon. Okay.
Lukaku
Thank you very much.
Everybody support Napoleon and Man City.
Then what?
Tesco to score against Liverpool.
Tomorrow we'll talk about. Everybody is eager to predict this game. To come on tomorrow, make una calm down. I think I'm happy that people are calling in to predict this year. I expect this year. That means that people are interested in that league and they love Napoli. I don't know why they even like Napoli.
Kevin De Bruyne and Højlund.
Yeah, hello, good morning. Okay, please, when you call us, please remember to turn down the volume of your radio set. As I've explained before, some people are listening with their headphones, and it's going to be very, very noisy when they listen to that noise.
Again, to correct my man that says Varane is there and some other top players. Varane has early injury made him retire early.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution number? Thank you. Somebody should predict that one for me. Yes, tell me, please.
I don't think that they will come back with a victory.
Okay.
So they should try to come back with
a draw. Okay.
So, but draw is not easy. Anything that was from their country and playing on
Champions League, yes.
Results are easy thing.
Exactly.
So if Philippe George and his boys did not organize themselves well and look for strategies to win that game or get drawn, they will be out of
the competition. Okay.
And secondly, my Mayu, I feel that we will get draw on Sunday.
Okay.
No worry, tomorrow.
That always score. Equal for
Chelsea, yes.
People should ask him why he is not calling for almost
He traveled. Travel.
All right, thank you.
He traveled, don't leave him.
Okay, they are monitoring you, girl. They are monitoring you. Okay, this is going to end today's show. Thank you for joining on today's show. Tomorrow, we'll go talk about the Premier League, the big games, especially Liverpool and Manchester United on Sunday, the biggest game of the weekend. So join us tomorrow. We will talk about all that. Let's finish on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. You can always go there. Whenever you are not in Enugu, you can always join us live, so you cannot miss any part of our show. Okay, Michael Obodo, welcome to the show. He said, good morning, house. PSG to win. Okay, and in the Bible, saying PSG and Bayern Munich are winning. Inter Milan win or draw. Okay. Hamson is saying, so please, when is the final of the Under-20 World Cup between Morocco and Argentina? It's going to happen on Monday. On Monday. So I'm rooting for our Moroccan. We are rooting for our new African powerhouse, Morocco. Okay. Chooks is here. Chooks, welcome to the show. He said, greeting our honorable presenters. Okay, for Barcelona injuries, they do all strong things. Yes, Barcelona, we're going to talk about tomorrow. Okay, finally, Hanson is saying Milan to win, just hoping Inter and Napoli lose. they are my favorite. They are my headache. Okay, let's see who is going to win and the Serie A.
I think AC
like
Milan has more
I like
Nigerian
that people.
fans.
Yeah, I like that people are calling in and predicting about the Serie A. It's always nice to know that we have fans for other clubs. Okay, but let's see. Every Fridays we are going to sit down and talk about other top 5 lists and their prediction. So we'll see what will happen. Maybe on Monday or Tuesday we'll talk about the review of those games. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Thank you for those that are calling. Tomorrow we are back here by 8 p.m. Sorry, by 8 a.m. Here live at Volt FM. Please join us tomorrow if you are live or if you are probably away from Enugu or you are in Enugu. You can still join us live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. My name is Godwin and have a wonderful weekend.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt.
It happened, right?